Happy Tuesday. Hopefully everyone's having an awesome day. It's a nice sunny 90 degrees outside according to my car's thermometer, which is quite pleasant. At least it's not 95, 99, or even over 100, which I'll take the cooler weather. I like it. Kind of hoodie weather in the morning, not so much in the afternoon, but it's something I'm used to. So we're going to go ahead and talk about some Elon Musk news. As you can read from the headline, Elon tweets about peace. Ukraine rejects peace and wants war. At this point, I think they want war. Um, Unfortunately, I understand where they're coming from and also understand where Elon's coming from. The question is, how many more people have to die for this senseless war? But before we get to that, in other Elon news, according to the AP, Musk retweets Tesla CEO, says he'll pay $44 billion to buy Twitter. That's right. The saga of Elon Musk on again, off again purchase of Twitter took a turn today, conclusively Tuesday, after miraculously the Tesla CEO proposed to buy the company at the original agreed price of $44 billion. Musk made a proposal in a letter to Twitter that the company disclosed the filing Tuesday within the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission came less than 2 weeks before a trial between two parties is scheduled to start in Delaware. In a statement, Twitter said it intends to close the transaction at $54.20 per share after receiving the letter from Musk. Trading in Twitter stock, which has been halted for much of the day pending the release of the news, resumed trading late Tuesday and soared 22%, close at the $52 mark. I would read on, but this is way too long just to say that he's buying Twitter again. The deal is on. But that's not why you clicked on this video. You clicked on this one, which is NPR. I have my issues with NPR. But if you don't read all the sources, then you're going to be in an echo chamber. And you got to know what other people are thinking because they may have a different light on how they reach their opinion, and it's best to understand them. Elon Musk's peace plan for Ukraine draws condemnation from Zelensky. Elon got into a Twitter tussle with the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky after the tech billionaire floated a divisive proposal to end Russia's invasion. I mean, is it really divisive, or is it just divisive because you want all of Ukraine? You don't want to secede any land to those Russians, which voted to join Russia. I mean, we could talk about the legitimacy, but on face value, they voted. Tesla CEO soon facing a court fight in his attempt to abandon a $44 billion offer to buy Twitter, argued in a tweet Monday that reach peace, Russia should be allowed to keep Crimea Peninsula that it seized in 2014. Also voted to join Russia at the time. He also said that Ukraine should adopt a neutral status, dropping a bid to join NATO, following to Russia's partial mobilization of reservists. Must also cross red lines for Ukraine and its supporters by suggesting 4 regions of Russia moving to annex following Kremlin orchestrated referendums denounced by the West as a sham should hold repeat votes organized by the United Nations. I don't trust the United Nations, but they could be neutral-ish. Musk noted Crimea was part of Russia until it was given to Ukraine under the Soviet Union in 1950s and said that draw-out war will likely not end in a resulting Ukrainian victory. Zelensky considers Musk's plan pro-Russia. Of course he's going to, because he wants all of Ukraine back. Not just the land he currently has, but all Russia. Not all Russia. Yeah, Bobby wants Russia too, but That's for another video for another channel that deals in conspiracy theories, but won't go there in this channel. These positions are at the memo for Zelensky, who considered them pro-Kremlin. Ukrainian leader has pledged to recover all terrain conquered in war and consider Crimea as Ukraine to reclaim as well. I mean, you're going to have to fight for it. Musk also launched a Twitter poll asking whether the will of the people should decide if seized region remain part of Ukraine or become part of Russia. In the sarcastic response, Zelensky posted a Twitter poll of his own asking, which Elon Musk do you like more? The one that supports Ukraine or one that supports Russia? I mean, you can support both sides and not support both sides all at the same time. And I don't think this is for Ukraine, it's a zero-sum game. They want all of Ukraine. They want their independence. Well, they already have their independence, but they want to keep their independence. So I get it. I get their position. I get Elon Musk's position where he doesn't want any more people to die in a senseless war that should never have started in the first place. I think Elon Musk is coming at a sensible place. He may or may not know the history of it, but it doesn't really matter. He sees a terrible war happening. He's seen people on both sides die, and he wants the best outcome for everyone involved. Musk replies to Zelensky, I still very much support Ukraine, but I'm also convinced that massive escalation of war will cause great harm to Ukraine and possibly the world. Andrei Merrick, an outgoing Ukraine ambassador to Germany, responded to Musk's original tweet with obscenity. Russia's doing partial mobilization. They'll go to full war mobilization if Crimea is at risk. Death on both sides will be devastating, Musk wrote in another tweet. Russia has over 3 times the population of Ukraine, so victory for Ukraine is unlikely in a total war. If you care about the people of Ukraine, seek peace. I would seek peace. You fought a good fight. Maybe you could gain it back with all the military aid that the NATO countries have given you. Who knows? Maybe you can turn the tide, but it's not very likely. Kremlin itself chimed in, praising Musk for his proposal, but warning that Russia will not backtrack on its move to absorb the Ukrainian regions. It's very positive, such as a person as Elon Musk trying to look for a peaceful settlement. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said Tuesday. But as far as the referendums, people have voiced their opinion and there could be nothing else. So, of course, Russia wants to keep the land that it took and that the people voted on. Zelensky, which is the Ukrainian government, wants all of its territory back, and Elon Musk is trying to bridge the two so this senseless war can end. But Elon Musk is the bad guy and pro-Russia now. Ukraine and the West has said that hastily organized votes in 4 occupied regions were clearly rigged to serve Putin's purpose to try to cement his loosening grip on the Ukrainian territory. Maybe, maybe not. Musk's ideas seem to get little support on Twitter, including from Russia chess great and anti-Putin political activist Gary Kasparov, who bashed the plan. Of course he's going to bash the plan. He hates Putin. You don't think there's some motivation in there? The moral idiocy, reputation of Kremlin propaganda, a betrayal of Ukrainian courage and sacrifice, and puts a few minutes browsing Crimea and Wikipedia over current horrific reality of Putin's bloody war. Kasparov tweeted, I think the NATO countries are mostly to blame for this because they could have said that Ukraine will never be part of NATO, and they could have addressed Putin's security concerns. That could have postponed the inevitable, but it could have been NATO's way of working with Russia instead of just telling them a big F you. There is no security concerns. You're being over dramatic. You're being a drama queen. Now go get bent. But of course, a lot of blame does fall on Putin for the actual invasion. But the way I see it, he could be defending his territory like any good leader does. In the first week of the invasion, early March, Musk came to the Ukrainian aid with his SpaceX company to share its Starlink satellite, a system that has helped deliver internet access to areas that lack coverage. At the time, Zelensky thanked Musk for the equipment that he said would help maintain communications in cities under attack. However, in April, Musk said that as a free speech absolutist, Starlink will not block Russia's state media outlets that spread propaganda and misinformation on the war in Ukraine. He's a free speech activist, what can you say? But I do think that a lot of this could have been avoided through negotiations, actually listening to Putin's and his security concerns, not blowing him off like we always do to Russia. It seems like the Western powers want nothing but Russia's full submission. I don't exactly understand the hatred that Russia gets. And I'm really trying to understand this because after World War II, they were our allies for a short period of time. What happened after World War II leading up to the Cold War? I want to know. No one's really been able to give me a solid, legit answer. I do know that the Soviet Russia wasn't the greatest country. It treated its people like garbage. I do understand the difference between Western Germany and Eastern Germany. The Western Germany was able to flourish under capitalism, while Eastern Germany wilted and stagnated under communist rule. I understand all that perfectly fine. But whatever a country does within its border, they have every right to do, in my opinion. I mean, of course, there's going to be limits, but that is the form of government that they had. But I still don't exactly understand. It couldn't just be as simple as capitalism good, communism bad. But what led to that break of a loose alliance with Russia? That's what I want to know. Fast forward to the 1990s, when the fall of the USSR and how Ukraine became independent. That could have been a prime opportunity to foster good relations. But it seems to me that after the 1990s and the fall of the USSR, from my understanding, my own research, is that globalists wanted to buy up all the companies that were under Russia's socialist or communist control. I want to say Putin was president, but I could be wrong. He formed the oligarchs to protect Russia's resources, and the globalists did not like that and was labeled evil. And Russia's always remained the boogeyman, and I don't exactly understand why we as a world has to suffer because of that. I don't know. I don't know what the end result of this Ukraine-Russia war is. I certainly hope that Ukraine does not get joined to NATO because that will open the door to a global war like we've never seen in our lifetime. I think this is going to dwarf, if we get involved, if the world gets involved globally as an active combat. This is going to be one of those wars. It's going to be one in a lifetime. It's going to dwarf World War One for sure. It's going to rival World War II for sure. And I think nukes are going to be shot, to be honest. And in the end, we all lose. Anyways, comment down below what your opinions on this is. Is Elon wrong for requesting the type of peace he's requesting? Or is he right? Or is he somewhere in between? Do you think he's still pro Ukraine? Or is he shifting towards pro Russia? Let me know in the comments down below. And please smash the like and subscribe button on any all platforms, or just the platform that you're currently watching. But most importantly, have yourself a wonderful day, morning, or evening.